Hello everyone, it's Dominique, and today I'm presenting to you a game from Unstable Games called tic-tac-toe, a take on the traditional game of tic-tac-toe, but the X's and O's are replaced with dragons and unicorns. The card game is made for 2 to 4 players, and sticks to the familiar goal of getting 3 markers in the right spot. However, it ups the challenge by giving you and your opponents a specific order for your cards and the chance to move and destroy others' cards that get in your way. Be sure to stay to the end of our video to get our box expert's opinion on the box. To set up, spread out the grid sheet and determine if you are going to be playing the standard board, which consists of the 3x3 grid, or the advanced board, the 4x4 grid. Next, choose who is going to be the dragon deck and who is going to be the unicorn deck. Orient the grid so that the right side up is facing the team playing the dragon deck, and it's upside down for the team playing the unicorn deck. Players should shuffle their respective decks and draw 5 cards to make their starting hand. Finally, 1 player from each team draws an objective card. Don't show your card to the other team lest they find out what you're trying to do. As the name implies, the objective card indicates the spaces that you need to occupy with your cards. The game employs a few tactics to ensure that everyone knows which spaces they should be going for, including having the grid spaces labeled with numbers and letters, as well as having a dragon or unicorn symbol to show which way the team should hold the card. The remaining objective cards should be placed next to the grid where both teams can reach them. The objective of the game is to be the first team to complete 3 different objective cards. As soon as the pattern on their objective card is complete, the team reveals their objective card to the other team so that they can verify its completion. The cards that made up the pattern on the grid are discarded. The team immediately draws another objective card and is now working towards completing the pattern on the new card. The first team to have completed 3 objective cards wins the game. Or, if another team runs out of cards in their draw pile, they lose. On their turn, a player draws a card and adds it to their hand. Next, they play a character card to the grid or a magic card to affect something on the grid. If nothing can be played, or the player doesn't want to play anything, they can simply draw a second card. The character cards are the ones that fill the spaces on the grid to make the patterns. Some are basic character cards that simply hold the place, but others are special character cards that have special effects, such as allowing a player to destroy another player's card on the grid, or displace their own cards to a more advantageous location on the grid. There are also magic cards, which do not go on the grid, but give you a helping hand in obtaining your objective. Once played, magic cards go directly to the discard pile. Finally, there are instant cards that can be played as soon as their conditions are met, whether it is the player's turn or not. These cards can prevent players from playing certain cards or prevent one of your own cards from being destroyed. Tic-tac-toe is a fun game that brings a welcome challenge to the simple game it is loosely based on. The use of objective cards instead of simply allowing players to make straight or diagonal lines keeps from constant stalemates, and it keeps the other players guessing what their next move will be. The special abilities and effects, allowing players to destroy, displace, discard, swap, and sacrifice their own and each other's cards, brings an element of strategy as players figure out how to best maintain their claimed spots on the grid. Our newest box expert is still a little shy. So one of the more senior staff stepped in to give us his opinion. His initial reports were positive, but when it was clear that it wouldn't make a suitable seat, he sought out some scratches instead. For games like tic-tac-toe and more, be sure to check out the Comic Hunter store or thecomichunter.net. Happy gaming!